Peace to the family. Let's get it in. Knows. Looking forward to the class this evening. You know we have the Gold in the Crisis stocks class tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. But today, you know how I do. You know how I give it up. I like to put in that work on the holidays. I like to work during the holidays. I feel it defines character. Because when you work on the holidays, it says a lot about you. And I'm not talking about working for somebody else on the holidays. I'm talking about when you say, I'm going to invest my time into reading and studying. So I got the UCC real estate course that's taking place today, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be phenomenal. Again, every time I put my work in, I always say, man, how am I outdo the last class? Well, today's the first class of this particular course, and I must say, I really enjoyed it myself. I had a great time doing it. I pre-recorded it because I have back-to-back classes. So it will be published at 7:30. Might be published a little earlier. You guys will get the emails and everything with the passwords so you can access it on the website. But the greatest mistake that our people can ever make, any people can make when it comes to real estate, that's right, July 4th. You know, we keep it going because, you know, some people say it ain't marketable if you're going to do it on the 4th of July. You should do it on a different day so you can get more sales and everything like that. And I'm like, first of all, I'm doing pretty good. As a businessman, I hear you. But as a revolutionary / businessman, we got to draw that line of demarcation. So as a revolutionary / businessman, that line of demarcation that I'm drawing is one that stipulates if it's about uplifting, it's about building the people. First of all, the fact of the matter is, you know, I help everybody make their money. I'm making everybody money. So that's one. And that's what I always wanted to do with my life, to be responsible for helping people make money. But on the other end of things, it's a test. It's a social experiment. I want to see how much of my people will take the time out to indulge in literature, to indulge in learning and investing in themselves. Because when these holidays come, we spend money on other people. We spend money on everybody else and everything when these holidays come. And I'm not talking about, oh, well, spend money with me, buy black, because I don't use that terminology too often. And I'll explain that soon so I can get into what I got to go into. But what I mean is, how many people say, I'm going to put the money into something that will uplift me for the day? I'm going to put the money into something during this holiday and study. I'm going to take the time out and I'm going to learn. I'm going to build. And I'm going to see to it that what I do today will ultimately make me more successful and further advance my agenda as an individual and for my family. Very few of us do that. Very few of us do that. Holidays come, it's like, this is the opportunity to drug ourselves up and wake up tomorrow and maybe do a little round two and then get prepared to go back to work. It's even more insane now when you consider this coronavirus. So the thing I was saying about buy black, I'm not against buying black, but it's not my pitch. I feel like if you got a powerful product, you won't have to tell someone to buy it because you black. I feel like when you got a powerful product, people are buying into it because of the service that you're rendering. People are buying into it because of the necessity of what you have. People are buying into it because of the contrast. So yes, though we do have a moral obligation to put us first to preference, I'm not one that solicits in a manner in which I have to say, make sure you shop black with me. I like when you guys say, yeah, I felt good buying black. That sounds great. I'm with that. I feel good when I buy black. But my product stand on its own. My product is so great that if the product is about making you money, how many products out there actually make you money? As you know, from Monday through Friday, I'm constantly posting receipts of people making money from my class. Constantly. So the product sells itself. If I got to say buy black, I'm doing something horribly wrong. That's how I feel, because I'm pushing myself to a higher standard. I want to know if I don't say it, that I'm still going to be successful, because that challenges me to create a better product. if I get the grace of you just patronizing me because I'm your brother, then I never really know how much I've pushed myself to create a product that can satisfy you. We need to push black people business with black people because we weren't doing enough business with our people. I hear all of that, but again, you got to listen to what I'm saying, because chances are I got more O's in my account than you. So you got to listen to people who's doing better than you when it comes to certain subject matter. If I'm attempting to do something myself, I'm going to listen to someone who has achieved more success. It doesn't mean I'm going to take their whole working model, but I want to take some of that into consideration. The goal is, if I say, please help me, my family's about to be homeless, just see if you could buy this, then that's not about the product. I didn't defer people's attention from the product and got them into my sadness, into my depression. I didn't give my product an opportunity to stand on its own. So me, I don't want to use the black card to sell any of my products, because I don't want to get lazy in the interim of me producing the product. I don't want to know, I got a huge black audience, so let me do it. Everybody's doing that right now. Netflix is dumping $100 million into black financial institutions. Everybody's card right now is, black sympathy. The NBA is putting BLM on the back of the jerseys, and that's a whole nother conversation, Black Lives Matter. I mean, that movement is more about the alphabet community than it is about our people, and they just leveraging our struggle. They taking our struggle and leveraging it as an opportunity to create more rights and opportunities for people that have different sexual preferences. You ain't gonna tell me different, because I read what the mission statement is for Black Lives Matter. I read it on their website. I see what the goal is. More power to you for what you doing. But that ain't got nothing to do with my agendas. So yes, I thank you for saying Black Lives Matter, but then your mission statement ain't really about black people. It's, we get discriminated against, black people get discriminated against. So let's push the support of black people and then use that as an example to identify what's going on with us. Then turn around, black people still ain't got as much as rights as other people are getting rights. And that's what's nuts. That's what's nuts. So yeah, I see some people crying, you don't want to say buy black? I don't want to say buy from me because I'm black. I don't want to do that. I like things to be more difficult. Yeah, class is tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, and tomorrow. Tonight's class is real estate, UCC and real estate. And the biggest error, that's brotherpolite.com. All you got to do is UCC and real estate. Type that in. Thank you. Like if I tell you to buy my product for every other reason except for the product, then that means you're probably going to get a trash product. And that's why I be telling my brothers and sisters, your product's probably trash if you over here damn near panhandling because you black. What about the fact that I can actually use your product and it's resourceful? We're going to have a conversation about this at another time, because I'm actually liking this conversation. Let's put that on the bucket list for things we need to speak about. I don't want your sympathy when I create a product. That's some lazy stuff. I don't want you to feel sorry for me because I'm black, so let me spend money with my brother. No, if we're going to truly achieve, if we're going to raise our standard of excellence, I don't want to handicap myself from the opportunity to really create something innovative and revolutionary. Because I got the cushion. It's like being able to stay in your mama house, and no matter how much you mess up in the world, you always got to come back to your mama house. Then you never know what you're really made of. It's like you working for somebody for so long, and then when you get an opportunity to work for yourself, you buckle because you're afraid, and hey, you always could go back to the job though because they called you back. I've learned most of the things I've learned when my back is to the wall. When I had no choice but to become something because I got a newborn baby, I'm conscious, I'm learning, I'm studying, but all these classes that I'm going to, these brothers is teaching me all sorts of stuff about law and all sorts of stuff about the white man and all that. But every time I come home, my wife looking at me like that don't pay the bills. I came to a few of those classes. I like them. It sounds good, but we're struggling. So what the hell are we doing listening to these Negroes that's also struggling for 7, 8 damn hours, 3, 4, 5 hours, lecture after lecture, Class after class. They collecting money from me. I ain't never getting no money back from what they teaching me. It just makes me feel good because they say I got melanin and I'm dark skinned and, you know, the white man's inferior and we're superior. They say all the nice things that cater to my emotions. I keep buying these classes because I must have been low on self-esteem because that damn thing was not paying my bills. It was never paying my bills. But I kept going into the class because it fed and appealed to my lower emotions. It fed my insecurities. It made me feel great for some good reasons, but it wasn't qualified because I wasn't doing great. So that's why I'm telling my good brothers and sisters. I know I say provocative things and sometimes it make you feel away, but I have the right to just say what's on my mind. And I wouldn't suggest you do it either. See if you can survive without playing the black card. It's just a hustle at the end of the day. It's a hustle. I'm not going to tell you don't buy black. I'm not going to tell you don't buy black. That's insane. Make an effort to buy black. I'm going to say that every time. But when you are soliciting to me, I don't want to hear shit about, yo, brother, you know, support my black-owned business. Negro, I can tell you black. You ain't got to tell me you got a black-owned business. You just told me you had a business. What the hell are you doing? You just told me you had a business. Why are you telling me it's black-owned? You said it was yours. Don't guilt trip me into supporting you. Because then now I'm feeling like, damn, you ain't even put enough energy in your product. Because when you proud of your product, you don't go that route. When you proud of your product, you just be like, man, check this out. Take a look at this. And if your product is the type of product that yields results, it sells itself. All you got to do is show the results. So people say, yo, you're supposed to give that information for free. Fam, my product pays people. People come to Golden the Crisis class every Sunday. Every Sunday. And then look at my business model. You buy a course and I'm teaching you every Sunday for 3 damn months straight. Look at my business model versus somebody else who give you a course. They do it. They never got to think about it again. And that's it. I'm exhausting the information. There ain't been one class I taught yet that you can say, man, that class is filler, or it's clear that this brother's just slapping anything together and just giving us any damn thing. I got class today and I got class tomorrow. I didn't even go to sleep. I stayed up all night. Because I know I had to do back-to-back classes. And I'm still working on tomorrow's session. When I get off of this, I'll work on tomorrow's session. I just want to build with the people because I want to ask you guys, when you do class this evening, leave something in the comment section. Do a post and share how you feel about class. Because I'm proud of this class, man. I'm super proud of the real estate class. I made sure I gave it a different identity. And just like we did John Wick, we did a John Wick series in Golden the Crisis. I got a Matrix series that I started the UCC class with. We started with the UCC. We started with the Matrix. What's the number one error people make when it comes? The class is on brotherpolite.com. It's called UCC and real estate. And then Golden the Crisis is Sunday, the stock class. While everybody's partying, drinking, getting intoxicated, y'all know me. Those of y'all that's been walking with me, I always do my classes. I do it on Christmas. I do it on July 4th. I do it on Thanksgiving. I do it on purpose. I do it on purpose because I'm not part of this matrix. I got my own program going on. Y'all guys will understand this. You brothers and sisters going to understand this when you look at the class. I got my own system going on. And what I got to do is encourage my brothers and sisters to be focused. My pops used to make me, he knew I loved to play basketball. He used to make me do my homework on the bench in front where people were playing basketball. I had to go to the park and do my homework. Never to play the basketball either. I go there, I had to do homework in the park almost every day. Or I had to go to the boxing gym, the loud boxing gym, and do my homework at the boxing gym. Never to box. Boxing was different days. Never to box. You feel what I'm saying? I had to do my homework on the train. From one end of the train stop to the end, to the very last stop on the train, and then do it and come back until my homework's done. You sit there on the train, and I just gotta sit there. And made everybody talking, making noise, the train shaking. I had to do my homework on the basketball court, on the bench by the basketball court, at the boxing gym, and on the train. I had to build the mental fortitude to not be distracted. That's what he was teaching me. I had to do my homework and do my essays my current events, have my newspaper in my hand. It's not comfortable. He said, I don't want you comfortable. Life don't make concessions to you. You a black man. If you're looking for the best setting for you to be successful, you're going to fail. You got to find your comfort in the discomfort. So just figure it out. You ain't going to tell me you can't do it because what? You so distracted by your friends playing basketball. I had to be there, watch my friends play basketball and finish my homework. And everybody looked at me like I was nuts. Why is he coming to the park to play basketball? This is where we go to play basketball. Real talk. You get access by going to brotherpolite.com. When you get the email, class did not start yet. So those of you that's asking for the email, there's no email. When class starts, you'll get the password. And then you can access the class on the actual website. In fact, the email will have the link specifically to the page that is on the website that you just type the password in. You'll be straight. You'll be straight. You'll be able to get there. Well, what's the number one error that people make when it comes to real estate? The number one error that people make when it comes to real estate is what? No one taught them about contracts. People be telling me, yo, I'm a real estate agent. I'm certified. I got my real estate license. Polite, do you got yours? I'm like, no. So how you got the right to teach this, that, and the third? I said, I share information, you teach. You got information, I got out formation. So let me ask you something. Riddle me this. Since you got your license and all that, tell me a UCC code or two. What's that? You don't know what a UCC code is? You don't use none of them? You don't use no UCC codes? What the hell did they teach you about real estate then? If you ever took out a loan, you signed a financing statement. You signed a UCC. If you ever got a bank loan, if you ever got a car loan, if you ever got student loan, there was a financing statement. And you signed it. But you don't even know what a uniform commercial code is. But they skipped you to real estate. If we gave you a contract and you didn't read it and you signed it, we would say you're ignorant. At what point do you learn about real estate and you don't learn about the laws that govern secure transactions? At what point is it sane to learn about real estate and not learn about the contracts that correspond with it? And I'm not talking about the purchase agreement. I'm not talking about the earnest money deposit. I'm not talking about the assignment agreement. I'm talking about the fact that you're doing anything with real estate. Why don't you know about UCC? This is the biggest mistake anyone makes. And what's the number one thing that can make you money and save you money? The UCC. I don't care if it's the deferred taxes. I don't care if you say, yo, damn, I didn't know the bank was going to do that to me. If you learn UCC, you'll be straight. But yo, fam, I ain't you know what's interesting? This is what I ask people. Do you know the way this world is designed? You should have an attorney with you when you want to purchase a property. But no one says that. If you want to do something with me, they be like, yo, maybe you need to get an attorney before you talk to that brother. People be like, yo, do I get a special receipt confirmation for the $99 class or the $120 class? Can I get an agreement? Bitch, get your ass out of here. Fuck you talking about? You don't ask Amazon and them for a freaking agreement when you purchase some stuff. All the agreements and disclosures is on the site. Why you asking me to send you a private agreement so you can get a $120 class? But then you get accounts from all these different institutions. You ain't asked them for that same stuff. Think about this. I want y'all to really think about this. You actually need an attorney next to you when it comes to buying a house, next to you when it comes to buying a car, next to you when it comes to getting a student loan. How come no one advises you to have a person that specializes in these contracts by your side? You know what is customary in our community and in just world over? Oh, you want to buy a house? Okay, go to the bank, the people that's selling you the house and ask them questions about the agreement. Don't read the agreement. Don't learn about the agreements. The whole time you've been in school, no one prepared you for the day you want to buy your new house. But they know you need a house because you're going to be an adult. No one prepared you to learn about leasing agreements, mortgages, and I'm going to show you how weird the world is. You could get approved for a $300,000-$400,000 home and never get the $300,000-$400,000 in your possession. But you start paying for it and the money becomes real. And guess what? They never gave you the money that they approved you for, the loan. But let you be behind some months. You can't do the same thing to them and be like, oh no, you got that. No, they want the actual money. Like, don't do the same thing to me. We approved you of $400,000, Negro. But if you owe us $800,000, we on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Look how they do you. Your score can be low. And they'll help you and get you into some pseudo program where all of a sudden they boost your score up high enough so they could approve you for a loan that you ordinarily would never get. Here it is. You can't even get a Walmart card. You can't even get a Walmart card. T-Mobile don't even want to give you a discount on your phone because your credit's so horrible. But the banks found a way to approve you for $300,000 damn dollars. Why the hell are they the only ones that trust you with $300,000 and nobody trusts you with just $200 to get a Walmart credit card? Think about it. It is insane. You got athletes that know, I need an attorney before I sign this contract to play for the NBA. But you never think you need that when it's time to get a student loan. Don't you think you need that? By the time you get a student loan, you probably owing $80,000. You're probably in debt for the rest of your life. And remember what a mortgage is. Mortgage is what? Mortgage. Mortuary. Mort means death. Gage means pledge or agreement. So it's a pledge or agreement till you die because most people ain't going to get a house until they're around 35 years old. And they give you a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. So that means you'll be 65 years old by the time if you do actually pay the whole thing off. And then the lifetime expectancy is 72 years old. So you got a 7-year window to die by the time you finally pay off the whole debt. It's a mortgage. It's a pledge or agreement until you die. They are banking, literally banking on your death. And then your property goes into probate because you don't know how to set up a trust. And a trust is property held on behalf of one so that another may benefit. So you're not learning anything about wealth stewardship or generational wealth. So when you die, the property goes into probate, your family doesn't get it, and everything goes to hell. You have enough time for class tonight, no matter what time you join. But class will be ready for you at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. You got to wake up. You got to wake up. And you see, I'm glad I'm having this class because while we want to talk about, yeah, that's a fact. This is real talk. So we got to have a UCC and real estate class. But before, I know people just, where do I go buy the property for cheap? Oh yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to show you how to put a few hundreds up there or a couple thousand. We're going to do that for you. People are so ignorant. Let me explain something to you. They said, Polite don't know what he's talking about. This was last year. Polite doesn't know what he's talking about. I went to an auction. I got it live too. If you go through this Facebook. I went to a tax deed auction. Got a bunch of my students that was ready to buy tax liens. I got a bunch of my students. I said, don't you touch none of those houses. That's not what the strategy was. We bought a bunch of dirt. And everybody said, when we looked up the parcels that you guys was buying, people said, oh, I'm blowing up Polite's spot. They was trying to show off. Polite made people go out there and they bought $700 in dirt, $1,200 in dirt, $2,000 in dirt. Why you got those people going out there buying dirt? I didn't disagree. The only thing I can add to it is some of it was also rocks, a little sand, a little trash. Desolate. just empty, vacant lots. Why you got people going out there buying just dirt? People traveled from all over the world to come to that auction under your tutelage. And you said, we ain't come here to buy no houses. We came here to buy dirt, and you agree. I totally agree. I told them to buy dirt. And those people are doing great today. Exactly today. What was the strategy? What was the strategy? Thank you, Jalon Reed. Yo, make sure you inbox me, brother. I gripped some land in Florida, Dade County, for $1,500, worth 20 grand, tax deed auction. So-called landfill. Yeah, it's one of my students. Yeah, man. Peace to you, man. Contact me, my brother. Yeah, we was buying landfills. Thank you. Peace, brother. Peace. Thank you, my brother. And contact me, man. Contact me. Touch base with me. Miss you, man. But my people are doing great. Landfills. So why Polite got people buying landfills? All the real estate people saying, I'm nuts. You're going to listen to him, you losing your money. But I'm going to explain to you why I told my people buy dirt. There wasn't no house there. It's too much implications. Just give me the damn dirt. Give me the landfill. Give me the joint with the fence kind of broken. Why did we do it? I'm going to tell you why we did it. The reason why we did it was because I wrote a book called Pennies Off of Millionaires and Houses Are the New Credit Cards. And even if you have the worst credit in the world, you can go to a tax lien or tax deed auction particularly, and you can buy a property for the amount equal due in back taxes, not the amount based on its assessed value or its fair market value. So in other words, if a person owed $200-300 in taxes, if a person owed $950 in taxes, this is an actual real one. One of my students spent $950. Nobody redeemed, neither the bank or the previous owner. So since no one redeemed, since no one paid for the back taxes, the name of the game is we'll give you the deed if no one redeems. So the redemption period expired, and they was able to buy that landfill, that dirt, for $950. Well, that dirt was worth $60,000. They had a very low credit score. Well, the strategy was, oh, we're going out there to have equity. Because in the event of an emergency, we could take the deed to that dirt that's worth $60,000. We could go to the bank and we can get a HELOC, a home equity line of credit. And they will give us a card in its place with a lower APR than that of a credit card. And with the lowest credit in the world, they will still give you 40% that of the equity of that dirt that you bought for $950. And so 40% of $60,000 is $24,000. So that dirt that costs $940 gives you immediate access to $24,000 in case of emergency. That is on a card. And they do charge you interest after the first year, but the interest is lower than a credit card. And it's a revolving line of credit, so you can tap into it over and over so long as you maintain it. Now, we all been in situations where we said, man, I just need a couple thousand. Who can I ask? How many of you can ask somebody, yo fam, if I give you $950, can you give me back $24,000 in exchange? And I'll pay you back slowly. But after the first year, I ain't paying you nothing for the first year, but in the next year to come, I start paying you $60, $70 a month or something like that. At the lowest. Who the hell do you know that you can give $950 to? In exchange, they'll give you $24,000 that you can pay back next year in increments of less than 100. So sometimes you buy property just to have assets to equity. That's what you do. Because the county government just want to know the property taxes are paid, because the county government allocates property taxes into millages that are used to provide school books, pay for school teachers, keep the roads and the highways smooth, pay for firemen, pay for policemen, pay for doctors, pay for your legal aids, pay for the judges. So property taxes pay for those things. So when you see a lot of foreclosures in the community, you see a lot of potholes. You see dark alleys. You see overcrowded, dilapidated classrooms. You see very few fire departments because property taxes are used to pay for school resources and tools and the likes. So where there is a decline in property taxes, there is also a decline in the infrastructure of that immediate community or county. So fast forward last year, I had people paying $950, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 for dirt. Now we in the coronavirus and people got laid off. And some people didn't get the stimulus checks. And some people got small businesses, but they didn't get the SBA loan. They didn't get as much as they had planned to get. Or by the time they got the loan, they was already in dire straits when the money finally came. And then they said they was going to get a second check, and then the second check never came. And the first check was small anyway. And then they got forbearance, so they don't necessarily got to pay their bills for their house into the next 6 months. But when 6 months comes, they got to pay back the 6 months that they didn't pay. And the stimulus check that they did get is really a tax credit, so it's coming out of their tax money for next year's tax. And we're heading into next year, semi into this coronavirus still. So last year we bought a bunch of dirt as a New Covenant community. And this year, those of us that found ourselves laid off was able to go and access the equity out of that dirt and come up $30,000 quick, $80,000 quick, $60,000 quick. Because if your credit is good, you can get as high as 70% of the equity of the property. But with the lowest credit, you can still get 40%. So with the lowest credit, $950 gave someone $24,000 access because the property was worth 60 grand. So when an emergency hit, let me pull this money out of that land. And it's on a card. So I wrote the book years ago, Pennies Off of Millionaires and Houses Are the New Credit Cards. I revised it, of course. But just think about it. Houses are the new credit cards. I was already there, ahead of my time, with that energy. So now we are in a crisis. Many of us had equity already at our disposal. And I mean disposable equity, not the one that, well, it's tied to this house that just got a reverse mortgage and all this, a second mortgage. Nah, we ain't talking all that. I'm talking some dirt that we ain't really invested in. We just got it there, sitting there because it's money that people don't see. It's not money in the bank and creditors take the money. It's just dirt. There ain't nobody gonna run over there and put it in their book bag and run and hide. It's just dirt. It's just sitting there in front of everybody. Money. But to everyone else walking by, to the naked eye, that's a landfill. To the naked eye, it's just sand and rocks. But you know, man, that's a great way to hide my money. It's a great way to hide my money. Someone's got $40,000, $60,000 just sitting there right before the world's eyes. Ain't nobody gonna steal it. I mean, you can steal as much sand or rocks and rubble that you want. I'm still gonna be able to pull my 40, 60 grand out of there. So it's a strategy. That's what I'm talking to you about. Just strategies. These are strategies that I teach in the class. So you never find yourself in dire straits. Many of you have spent the $400, $500, $600, $700 and didn't even think, yo, to invest in something that can give me access to over $20,000 in case of emergency. That's all. That's the difference. That's the ratio. $700 for a tax deed, access to $20,000 in case of emergency. Shit, let me get 2 of those. And the second I go in the bank with that deed, I would like a HELOC, or what? A home equity line of credit. Okay, let me check your credit score. Oh, okay, we'll give you 60%. Oh shit, I'm getting 60% of 70 grand. Okay, great. I'm getting $42,000. Okay, I got a 650 credit score. You're gonna give me $42,000? Okay, and I spent $1,700 on this property, and I got $42,000, and I ain't gotta pay you guys back until when? All right. Okay, I'm with that. See, we don't have to struggle, but because we're in this damn matrix, we got information. We've been programmed. So we don't know nothing outside of the way they taught us. And if they haven't taught us, then we just oblivious to it. And then I ain't really got the complexion for people to understand, because most of the times when you get a deep subject matter, you know, the black people are the social studies, U.S. history, because they want black people to believe in that fugazi history, so they make us the teachers for U.S. history and social studies and all that. We're also the gym teachers. But when it comes to chemistry and biology and all that, as we get to the higher levels, They're normally foreign teachers. It's not that black people don't lead in those genres. That's the psychology they want to give us. So by the time someone has something important to teach you, you're like, oh no, important information comes with lighter skin. And athletic information comes with darker skin. So it'd be hard to assimilate this data because there'd be a mental block on you through conditioning and social engineering that you'll be like, man, I can't trust him because first of all, he's too young. People who talk about this normally have to be older, have to have pale skin, and salt and pepper hair. It's brotherpolite.com. You just go to UCC and real estate. That's the name of the course for tonight. UCC and real estate. So it's all programmed. It's all programming. Brotherpolite.com. That's right. This is the free information, man. Like, you can use this and run with it. You know, we get to the technical aspects and make sure you know how to do a proper title search. Make sure you understand what the tax lien, tax deed process is. Make sure you understand what the tax equalization ratio is. Make sure you understand what a conditional interest is and why you need to set up a perfected claim and establish a fee simple relationship with your property. Make sure you understand what a mortgage hypothecation is. Make sure you understand what administrative affidavit, a specific negative vermin, what opportunity to cure and counterclaim and the admiralty is. These things are important. I don't make this stuff up from the freaking sky. I live this life. And anything that saves my life and anything that adds value to my family or myself as an individual, you better believe I'm on it 7 times a day. Like I teach everybody that's walking with us in New Covenant, you got to have 9 income streams. We're not even going to play games. And you take the big income stream, the one that's grossing the most revenue, and you allocate those funds into the investing of the other revenue streams. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. People talk about the LLCs quite often. First thing they tell you, get an LLC. Remove you from liability. In case something happens. Yo, you got to know UCC before you do LLC. Get the letters right. Get the letters right. Yeah, so we use the stock money and we put that into the real estate. That's why I did the courses that way, because when a crisis hits the first hour, you're going to make the money off the stocks. In the second hour, when the economy starts to get better, the housing market always falls. And like we said, when we go into the Great Depression or we go into the 1920s, the 1920s gave birth to more millionaires in unprecedented fashion. And no other economy looked identical to the 1920s than this economy that we exist in right now. Because things are exceptionally cheaper. So that's why in the Golden Price class, when I show people, this stock was $1,600. Now it's $13. Today is $33. It was $13 2 months ago. If I know a stock was $1,600 5 months ago, literally if I know a stock was $1,600 5 months ago, and 5 months later, I can get it anywhere between $13 and $35. I then ask myself, okay, it may not be reasonable to expect that stock to go back up to $1,600. But what if, is it reasonable to consider that maybe the $1,600 stock might be half of itself? Because that'll still give me $100. And if I buy it at $13 to $35, even if that stock is half of itself, when we're done with this coronavirus, I would still be making 3 or more times my money. In or around. If it's half of itself. But it's not likely something that was $1,600 wouldn't do a comeback of at least 1,000. So then I know I have a probability of spending $13 to $35. And for every $13 to $35 I spend, in about another 3-4 months from now, every $13 will equal $1,000. For how many $13 do you have? See, some of this ain't rocket science. It's just talking to somebody that's aware of it so they can raise your cognizance so you can do something about the information. Some of this is just not rocket science. I'll be the first one to tell you I dropped out of school, 10th grade. Never went back. I never even got a GED. A lot of you are way better than me. You know a lot more than me. A lot of things, because I never took time out to learn that stuff. I was just focused on making sure I could pay bills, take care of my children. He said, man, you need to go to school. I do plan to go to school. But I ain't going to go in debt. And I'm not going to be working hard to do school and make money. And then I'm stressed out because, I do reports every weekend, if you think about it, because I'm doing these PowerPoints every weekend. The amount of effort, energy, and attention to detail it takes, to do that and be having to work a job at the same time, I pass. But we are afraid to say, how about you make your money first and then you go to school? You see, then it sounds like we're not being real. But when it comes to investing, people tell you don't rush the money, right? They tell you when it comes to investing, don't rush. Don't think about that quick money. So education is an investment. But we be rushing. Yo, just give me the student loan. I owe you $80,000. I owe you $100,000. Just let me get up in there, maybe get a degree. And then the degree takes you 2 years, 4 years, 7 years, and then you're working in Kinko's. What the hell is that? And then they laid you off for the coronavirus. What are we really doing here? But you're bad-mouthing the dropout. I'm going to drop back in. But I just need to make sure my finances is straight, because I ain't about to be owing nobody no $80,000 damn dollars for no BS education, because I really just wanted to go there for one thing in particular, and you want to create a whole curriculum, and then I can't share no books from last year with the previous people that went in, because my man went to that school. So I'm saying, son, let me see your book. Oh, no, they switch the books up every semester. You see, you let them hustle you. But for your own people, you skeptical. But these mugs, they over there telling you, yo, you got to spend $600 in books. And if you think you're going to share that with your friend next year, oh, we're going to come with volume 18. The motherfuckers is on volume 132. They switching them fucking books in the middle of the damn semester. They are hustling. They are hustling, but you trust them. Man, my wife was in so much pain at the pelvic area. She had fibroids, hormones being produced, child's imposing on the space, all this stuff. This was years ago. She go to the hospital, you know, you could be suffering from psychosis. You could be conceiving a child. You could have an auto injury. You could get shot. Them niggas always give you Benadryl if you ain't got no insurance. Benadryl for every damn thing. I don't even know what it's for no more. Yo, she's losing her mind. Oh, we got some Benadryl. Just got hit by a car. We got some Benadryl. She's cancer in her left breast. You have any insurance? Nah. Okay, we'll take you in. Just sign this form. Let's see if you approve for some insurance. But while you at it, here's some Benadryl. You trust these people. And then guess what? You leave. You think everything's 100. Next thing you know, next year, your credit score, just when you thought it couldn't get no lower, is lower. You owe the damn hospital $10,000. I'm like, yo, my nigga, you ain't give me $10,000 in Benadryl. Where's this bill coming from? Because after I went in there and I came out feeling the same damn way, because you barely did anything for me because I ain't have insurance, I got a $10,000 tab for just entering the hospital because you gave me Benadryl. Am I lying? You know how much times I have got emails from Wells Fargo apologizing and there's a class action lawsuit because they did some underhanded shit, and our people still trust them before they trust anyone else. These people say, if you get this degree and you get this diploma, we're going to take care of you and you're going to get a job. You know how much doctors and lawyers are struggling? Who put in the years, who put in the work, and they're struggling? And then you get mad at other people and say, yo, I don't want to struggle. Yeah, it would have been nice. It'd been nice to be a school teacher. I used to want to be a school teacher. And then I found out the garbage man gets paid more than the school teacher. I'm like, man, fuck that. If you paying the garbage man more than the school teacher, you can kiss my ass. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry, babe. Seriously. I'm in school like, yo, I want to affect the world. They like, yo, be a hero and be a cop. Affect the minds of the future, be a teacher. I was so sold on all this. I'm going to be a cop. I'm like, yo, hold on. How much you risk? How much money am I using? How much am I getting paid to risk my life? Oh, it's starting salary, $40-something thousand a year. And what is the garbage man making again? He's busting the policeman's ass in the first year. So I said, man, we live in a sick world where the people that are responsible for molding the minds of the future can get paid lower than almost everybody. How dare we pay school teachers the least amount amongst most people? You got people in sports making hundreds of millions of dollars. and don't have no impact on the damn world and don't care to impact the world. But the school teacher gets less. So how you think they're going to educate your children if they know they're underpaid? You know what my school teachers used to say? It's yo, you're going to learn if you want to learn, but I'm going to get paid anyway. That was their attitude. That would not be the attitude of someone properly being paid. But we throwing paper balls and everything around the class, they like, well, it's your time, you know, your education. The only time I paid attention to school is when my pops would put fire on my ass and I didn't want nobody to see me getting my shit bust. Because my pop was the type, he'd come to school and he'll show out in front of my friends if I wanted to show out in front of my friends instead of learn. So, you know, that's why I was paying attention. But it wasn't the damn teacher that enforced that. It was my pops. Because I ain't want no ass whipping in front of my friends. And then you got to sit there and everybody's looking at you. I ain't about to be on that time. Forget that. I was a smarter child. I got one ass whipping in front of my friends. That was one too many. Give me all my ass whippings in the house in privacy. If I make a mistake, I'm going to make my mistakes outside of school. I ain't about to do that shit in the public. One time my pop was waiting outside down the block. I'm shooting the ball over and over. Another 10 minutes, another 30 minutes at the park, another hour and a half. I think I'm grown. That the sun was still up semi. He said, nigga, I can see the sun and the moon. You should have known. And the second I get on the block, I walked on the block. I got dragged the rest of the way home. One Negro got the nerve. You coming outside tomorrow? I don't even know if I'm going to be able to be allowed to go to school tomorrow. Depending on the cover-up job after he busts my ass is going to determine if I even go to school tomorrow. Or I got to wait till I swell down. That was the energy I grew up in. So, the teachers, I'm not saying that they're supposed to beat us, right? But I'm just saying, if we put more effort into children, they want to learn more. But if people don't act concerned or act like it's the end of the world that you're wasting your time, then what you going to do? See, I don't like all that butt whipping stuff and all that, but I'll tell you this. The Caribbean students, they used to be in there like they thought cameras was in the damn class. Like they think their parent going to come off a helicopter, off some rope, and interrupt the class if they caught their ass. They had a sixth sense that their parent was somewhere lurking. So them damn Caribbean students was always getting the best scores in school. Them niggas was under pressure. Us American ass niggas, we was selling drugs in class, do all sorts of bullshit. Them Caribbean niggas got their degrees probably a year or two early before all of us. The American Negro had a full-grown beard because nobody was on his ass. Yo, we had the women, the girls had babies. We had full-blown beards, but them damn Caribbean people was in and out of school. They was in and out of school. Caribbean people still beat their children in college if they could. Them niggas will pull up on you in college. Word up. So, you know. And then you got the other stuff going on out there, out the country. If the neighborhood know you doing bad, you getting the ass whipping down. Everybody coming out their house, tearing ass. Your neighbor, your teacher got you. Your neighbor got you. Your mama got you. All en route to home. You know, and I'm not saying that this is the way. I'm just saying we got to put more aggression towards people learning. And if the school teachers are not getting paid that much money, they're not going to be motivated to teach the people. They're not. You can't do the same thing over and over and over every year and put so much energy into it and not have your spirit drained. You're going to get drained out eventually. If you pay for class tonight, how do we attend? Classes will be on the website. You'll get an email. Erica Wiggins, you'll get an email. And then you'll get the link to the actual page just so there's no confusion and you get the password. And on the site, we got to contact us link. And you can say, hey, I need help with this course. I need help to get these books. And then we got the phone number there. So you can call the phone number. You can hit us up on the email. It's on the site. So don't sit there worried. The site has a contact us page. Click that link if anything happens. Because I want to make sure you guys get the class on time. The books are always necessary, but if you got to pace yourself, you still do the class. Real talk. But yeah, you go to brotherpolite.com. We know we got class tomorrow, Go in the Crisis. That's the class we use to fund the money that we about to put in this real estate. I will always suggest people get both and be in class every Saturday and Sunday on the days of the week where it's the most convenient, because if you miss class, you always have access to the recording and you always get the PowerPoint where I took the notes for you. Brotherpolite.com. Mango nectar. I love mango. Wife just blended this thing up. Yeah, I know there's a bunch of fake pages of me moving around. I don't like to give it too much attention. I just ask you guys, report it, please. You know what it is. I'm helping the people make this money off the stocks. And now it's about to be 5 figures on a return with the real estate. You know they got to create distractions. Jalan, Reed, come on, connect with me, man. I hear you. I didn't look at the Farrakhan thing. I don't know if I'm going to get to it. I'm sure he's saying something positive, or maybe God spoke to him or something. I'm sure one of those messages is going to come out that God told him to tell everybody something today on July 4th. You know, so hopefully it's just positive, which most likely is going to be. But we got to make this money. Blood is thicker than water. You definitely need blood is thicker than water, and real estate or legal fiction. You definitely need that. Class starts 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time tonight, and then also 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow for the stock class. Today's UCC and real estate class. Yeah, the real estate course is tonight. Enjoy yourself. It's a beautiful class. I went super hard. You're going to realize when you're done with this class how integral UCC is, because that's what we started off with. The theme is the Matrix, so it's a Matrix theme. You're going to love it. Word, just follow the books. You're funny. Wednesday, me right on the 24th, bro. Polite. Thank you. I love hearing people benefiting from the stock information. Seems like money's about to be irrelevant. Yeah, they've been saying that for some years, and we've been having to pay bills all these years. It sounds like money's about to be irrelevant. What the hell you think we're going to use? You go to brotherpolite.com and you look for real estate, or you look for UCC and real estate. That's the name of the class. And you purchase it there, and then you'll get an email confirmation. UCC and real estate. Well, I'm going to get out of here. I got to drive the wives and them to the store, pick up some stuff. And then I got to get in the zone to make sure that class is 100 for tomorrow. Because I do class every day. So you're going to get class next Saturday. You buy the course this Saturday, you're going to have a new class next Saturday. You still have the old class from this Saturday. I teach every week. Now I'm doing it every Saturday and Sunday because I got 2 courses going. And the reason why we got to do it that way, because there's no real legitimate reason for giving somebody a 2-3 hour course in what the hell you going to learn about real estate in 2-3 hours. You got to be doing this week to week. You got to have hours of data and build up and acclimate yourself to being in that zone, so from one week to the next we can keep building up other information. UCC in itself is going to demand some weeks from me to just go through, make some incisions. You got to put care and concern into what you're doing, and when you see the class you're going to say, yo, Polite put mad effort into what he does. The name of the stock class is Gold in the Crisis. That's on Sunday. Gold in the Crisis is the stock class. Gold in the Crisis. That's on Sundays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I keep everything 7:30, whether it's Saturday, Sunday. Today is the first class, Section 1, Class 1, for the UCC and Real Estate course. It's 2 courses in one. UCC and Real Estate is 2 courses in one. If you purchase any of these classes, any of these courses, you have access to all the classes for the rest of your life. Just don't lose your password and be aware when we update it. Yeah, I'm in the zone. It's the holidays, but let's make this money on the holidays. Let's focus on investing in ourselves and making that money on the holidays. I can't wait to get you guys testimonials. I'm glad to see Jalon Reed up in the building, because he damn sure was on that tax lien wave with me. He damn sure bought that landfill for a few hundred that was worth 20,000. Thank you for using the information, my brother, and not just sitting it. Thank you for making it applicable, because I don't teach nothing without the intention of making sure that the information is applicable. So in other words, I don't teach people to nickel dime. Oh, yo, let's make this $200-300 lick real quick. Nah, the way I teach people, I teach them with the intention to have access to the type of money that I have access to. I want them to have access to the type of people I have access to. So whenever I share information, it's important. It's brotherpolite.com. It's pinned to the page. The link is right there. It's brotherpolite.com. It's the brotherpolight.com. Class is now $120. It's $120. And Gold in the Crisis, the stock class, is $99. You won't get an email confirmation right now because there's nothing to confirm. 7:30 is when you'll get it. And you can also go to the contact us page on the website and contact us if you got other questions. But right now, class starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, and if you don't get it, if you don't get the password emailed to you, type in brotherpolite.com first, or I am Brother Polite. Type in those things in your search engine. Check your promotional folder. Check your spam. Do those things before you reach out, so that way we can access people who may have an issue beyond those issues. Go to the website if you want to know all that stuff. Come on. Or if you want to know what you get, just check out all the free videos that's on and get an idea. Yeah, that's right. You know how much people quit their jobs? Tell them, kiss my ass. Y'all only giving me 1-2 days of work because in the name of this coronavirus? You can hold that. I'm making way more with Brother Polite. I got people in class like, yo, you study my Instagram and see my stories. People be sitting there in front of their TV studying, notebook out. I'm like, that's powerful. That's so much of us is just locked in. It's powerful to have a whole large amount of us studying. Saturday now, studying. Sunday, same time. Not distracted. Unaffected by what's going on in the world. And even if you go out and you party, you have fun. It's all right. Just take the time out to add value to yourself, because all that other stuff is deducting value. That's a fact. There's no way around it. All that other stuff is taking value away. It's diminishing your value. You can't drink alcohol and think you're adding value to yourself. You can't talk about gossip and what's going on in hip hop and watching these reality TV shows and everything and think you're adding value. You're buying time, meaning you're spending time, meaning it's worthless, and it's what it's costing you at the same time. That's the paradox. It's, yo, for real. Mass Text is great. I just realized, the market was closed because of the holiday. It wasn't even July 4th. It's like, dang. Damon A. Etherich said, told you I made my monthly salary in less than 2 hours. That's what I'm talking about. I love when you guys let the people know what it is. Also, send me those testimonials. Just send your name. Send me testimonial videos to the inbox. Don't be shy. Send your name, city, and state, how much you made. And give credit to Gold in the Crisis or the UCC in real estate now. Brother Polite. Ain't no class 2A disappeared. Everything's on the site. If you get access to the site, you got every class there. Nothing's missing. Nothing is missing. The site, every class is on the site. We did that so we don't got no confusion. Got you charged. That's right. I'm charged. I enjoyed that class, man. And this class, I gave you the most slides than I do any class. It's just loaded. But you'll understand why. It's loaded. Nah, I'm not Haitian. Shout out to the Zoes. What's that you say, Aaron Smith? Gold in the Crisis class is worth the money even before I start investing. My mind state is changed. That's true. Oh man, this Matrix class you about to take tonight, it's gonna make you look at investing different, relationships different. It's like that. I stay the course too. I know we got to make our money and deal with real estate, so I'm on the course, but I teach with a double entendre, triple entendre style. So that means I'm covering several different things at once. You asked me to talk on the podcast and talk the same stuff. Never got a response, King, and over 5 years ago. Sorry, brother, I be busy. You got to reach out to my personal assistants so I can commit to times. Just doing these classes alone consumes my whole day, and I still got to be a husband to my wives, a father to my children. It's a lot. You easily can get the investing going on overseas. You're not limited with the real estate and UC. You're not limited to the UCC and real estate course, and you're not limited with the Gold in the Crisis course. I showed y'all the testimonial of the Canadian that's eating and a person from UK going bonkers, made like $13,000 in 3 hours from what I said on Sunday. And actually, this Sunday, I got some stuff. I got some insights for you. I'm starting the class off for Gold in the Crisis this Sunday with some insights, because you know we dealing with the last series in Gold in the Crisis, so it's called Supreme Mathematics, and we're dealing with sacred geometry. Supreme Mathematics. We're dealing with sacred geometry. Yeah. So we're going in. Yeah, you could buy stocks on Cash App, but I don't suggest it. There's no turnaround. When you book a 1-hour consultation on the site, you pick the day and the time. If you know nothing about stocks, it's beautiful. The class is for everyone. There's a lot of data because I teach every Sunday, and it's compiled neatly. Categories, you can go back into certain categories. You get the PowerPoint, so you got the notes. It's real powerful. If you got to download apps, and then I do explanations on which app is the best, why you want this app over this app. The last class connected all the information from the others together. Thanks, Joshua. I'm glad you in there. His assistants are great too. Paid for the class, didn't get the slides right away, but his assistant got back to me right away. Blessings. Thank you. And when we have class days, we keep people working around the clock. I got my people working till 2 a.m. So be patient. They're going to get to you. That legal fiction blew my mind. Thanks, man. Real estate legal fiction book is real. Don't forget to get that Blood is Thicker Than Water. Ag Nation and the American Terra Firma. People lie, but DNA doesn't. That book right there is powerful. It's one of my favorites I wrote. That is Sovereign Bible. When it comes to politics, economics, social science, you're supposed to click the picture so you could download it. You click the picture, first of all. When you click it, what you'll get is access to the screen. But what you can do, go to the site, click contact. You don't have to ask to help me to personally help you. Go to the website, click contact, or call the phone number, or send the email. You got routes, and they're going to deal with you, because right now, because it's a class day, everyone has to pay attention. Tax lien book, tome, is fire too. Thanks, Renee. That tax lien tome. I'm glad you like the tax lien. You definitely need that for this course. Well, peace to y'all. Just ordered the UCC class. Thanks, John Jackson. You're going to love it. I'm proud of this work right here. I'm proud of every work I do because I put that energy in. It's an art for me teaching. So you see that, you're going to see the effort that I put into teaching. When you purchase, you're on the email list automatically, and you will get access to the class close to the 7:30 hour. You get a password. You'll watch the class on the actual website. There's a page available to you to watch it on the site. The email you will get will give you the instructions on how to do it, and then if you need help after that, contact us, and someone's going to make sure you get into that class. You start from the beginning, you go to get the Gold in the Crisis class. You could do that. Either one of them. Gold in the Crisis. We do that class tomorrow. UCC and real estate we do today. Go to brotherpolite.com and you lock in. I'm going to holler at you guys. Peace to you. I know y'all coming at certain times, so sometimes I feel weird. I just said that. But I know y'all coming in at different times. Shout out to your wives and assistants. We've been programmed to want and get you at any time. Shout out to all those who assist you. Thank you, Rosina. Go to brotherpolite.com. You purchase it. You get the email. The email will give you the password and the page that you go to put the password, and then you'll be able to view it. And it'll be right on the site of brotherpolite.com. It's stocks and blondes. It's stocks and blondes. And because you want to be goofy. Okay, I'll see y'all this evening. And I'll probably be going live this evening, or at least tomorrow, to ask you what you feel about that UCC. Make sure you post your reviews. I like to see the reviews. When you do class this evening, tell me if it was even what you thought you was going to get, because it ain't going to be what you think. But it's going to do what it's supposed to do. Peace to the family. Thank you, Jamie. Said I'm a great teacher. I see you. Class is going to be fire tonight. I'm excited. All right, peace. Iluvu.